last week on the brain's impact on, or the psychological reasons why being ghosted by someone is so painful, so difficult to deal with. And I promised that I would also offer some ways to heal from being ghosted. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today, is 7 different ways to heal after being ghosted. So being ghosted can feel like a challenging mix of rejection, abandonment, and grief. You don't just lose the person, you lose the closure on that relationship. And healing from that requires both understanding and compassion. So how do we heal effectively and practically during your post being ghosted period, during that journey after being ghosted? So I'm going to give you these 7 different ways, okay? The first is to acknowledge what happened, but without blame. I love the book by Byron Katie, Loving What Is, and she recommends asking, what is true? So I want you to start by naming what you know as fact. Someone disappeared without any explanation. Acknowledge that this is a fact. You didn't imagine it. You're not overreacting. Someone chose to end a relationship with you and provided no warning or explanation. None. Now resist the urge to interpret that event, this event, and create unsupportive stories about yourself, like, I must not have been enough. I did something wrong. I'm unlovable, unlikable, whatever. Ghosting says more about the other person's maturity, communication skills, and emotional capacity than your worth. So instead, tell yourself another truth. This hurt me. And it's okay that it hurts. I deserve honesty and communication in my relationships. And I didn't get it. Okay? So number 2 is to let yourself grieve. Allow yourself to have a period of grieving the relationship that you lost. And you are grieving for the person and the potential you saw in that relationship. Let yourself feel angry and sad and confused and disappointed. That's natural and necessary to some extent, as long as you don't prolong this period of grief. Now, you can journal, you can talk to a friend, you can consult a therapist, you can even write a letter to the person who ghosted you that you never sent. Closure doesn't have to come from them. Create it for yourself. Number 3 is to understand what's yours and what's theirs. So when someone ghosts you, that says something about them and their own choices, reactions, history, and shortcomings, and maturity, and all of that. It usually says nothing about you, unless you did something to hurt them or cause them to end the relationship, which doesn't mean that you deserve to be ghosted, okay? Always remember that the way someone behaves or reacts has nothing to do with you. It's all about them. Might you have said or done something to trigger their decision to ghost you? Sure. But they were triggered. You didn't actually cause them to be triggered. That wasn't your intention. So you can examine your behavior or words to see if you find some need to improve or to change. You can even apologize if they'll let you, if you genuinely believe you did something wrong. But please, please check with some impartial people to determine if you're asking for forgiveness for no reason, okay? Number 4 is to heal old wounds. Sometimes ghosting triggers old wounds, such as rejection and abandonment and unworthiness. You may have had prior experiences where you felt left or neglected. Possibly you recall times when someone didn't communicate with you or didn't allow for closure in a relationship. And ghosting brings up those memories. You can use the experience of being ghosted as a healing mirror See the current situation, being ghosted, as a mirror into past wounds. What deeper emotion did being ghosted touch for you? What experiences did it remind you of that you can now heal? When you address the root pain created in the past, you heal beyond this one experience in the present of being ghosted. Number 5 is to reclaim your narrative. Humans are interpreting machines. Unfortunately, we tend to interpret our experiences incorrectly, and then make them mean something negative about ourselves. And these kind of interpretations become identity stories. So when you've been ghosted, it's easy to create and internalize a story like, I'm not important enough to deserve an explanation. It's my fault they treated me this way. Or I don't deserve to be treated with respect. Rewrite those kind of stories. Tell yourself, I'm someone who values communication, honesty, and closure. I can't control how others behave, but I can control how I honor myself. That new narrative then restores your personal power and changes that identity story. So number 6 is to rebuild trust with yourself. Ghosting shakes your confidence in relationships. You might even begin doubting your instincts about people or your worthiness. Instead of deciding you can't trust your relationship choices, affirm, I can trust myself and my decisions about people. I'm a good judge of character. You didn't make a mistake by getting into a relationship with the person who ghosted you. You showed courage and openness. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's strength. Commit to your worth. You don't need or want friends or relationships with people who would ghost you. Decide to be a bit more discerning going forward, that's all. 7, choose growth over bitterness. The most freeing part of healing from ghosting is realizing you don't need to become guarded or cynical to protect yourself. In fact, you're now wiser and clearer about your boundaries and more aware of what's necessary for a good relationship. Additionally, you're more compassionate towards others who, like you, might have had similar experiences. Your ability to be in a relationship is now stronger. So being ghosted is never a pleasant experience. Understanding why it hurts so much allows you to move through the emotional aftermath more easily. And watch my previous video if you want to understand why ghosting is so difficult. Plus, having the tools to help yourself heal ensures you can leave the experience behind you. The personal growth you achieve during the healing process enables you to focus now on relationships with people who are willing to communicate and resolve issues as they arise. There are many ways to heal from ghosting. As you do, you'll evolve and become better equipped to create strong and lasting relationships. I'd love to know if you've healed from being ghosted and how you did that. Okay, so leave me a comment down below. Let me know. This is, as I said in my last video, my first video, this is my third on being ghosted, is my most popular video. So that's why I've revisited this topic 2 more times to provide the support that all of you seem to be looking for when you come searching for my video. Anyway, if you're new to me, I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I am an author and an author coach, and I'm a transformational coach and a certified high performance coach. And I love helping people step into being someone who can take the actions to create what really matters to them. I believe in personal and spiritual growth. I believe we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And so we need to do the personal growth work in order to get out of our way so that we can grow spiritually and access our spiritual guidance. So I provide the different types of coaching I mentioned, and I have my Inspired Creator community. And so I'm going to put a link up above if you're interested in learning to follow your intuition and inspiration and creating what matters to you and being the type of person who can take those actions and receive the guidance and all those things, then click on the link above, which tells you the 3 different ways to work with me. If you're an author or you're looking for author coaching, you can find that on my website, ninaamir.com, or go to writenonfictionnow.com. Yeah, so click on that link. You'll find out how to work with me. And I'm going to put a second link up above, which is for a 15-minute private session with me for free, just to meet and to see how I might be of service to you. You can tell me what you feel challenged with, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together. Yeah, and I will put the link to both the previous videos on ghosting up above as well. So you should be able to find those pretty easily. Yeah, so that is it for today. Until I talk to you again, as always, go out there and achieve more inspired results.